All right, so we're gonna do a stretch session, and this is going to stretch, a lot of your upper body. We're gonna stretch your back. We're gonna stretch your legs. Just do what you can. If there's some stretches you can't do, don't worry about it. First, we're gonna start with your arms. So we're gonna stretch those biceps. You're gonna straighten your arms and move the arms back. Now the hand is flexed, okay? So that's what my hands look like. They're trying to touch each other, all right? Now you'll feel that stretch right through here. Hold it for as long as you can and breathe in and out. Good. Now we're gonna come in again. Now we're gonna come up and back. Now make sure that you don't have your head forward like this. I don't want any forward head action. I want your head back. All right? So your head is back and we're stretching right through here. This should feel really good on the triceps. You're pulling that arm towards you. Breathe in and out. Good. And you can do this from a seated position as well. Breathe in and out. Good. Now we're going to switch sides. Let the blood get back into your fingers. We're going to come back up. Grab that elbow, and here's what my hand looks like in the back. Okay? Breathe in. And again, breathe in and out. Good. Now this arm, I have an injury, so this feels really good on that arm, okay? So now we're gonna just rotate your shoulders. Now you can do this one prior to your workouts. The other one, I don't want you to do those, but these rotation movements where you're moving, that's okay to do for stretching prior to your workout, so in your warm-up. But it's also good to do it after as well. All right, good job. All right, now from a standing position, you can do it from a seated, and I'll show you that in a minute. But right now we're gonna stretch your hamstrings. So you're going to literally put your shoulders back and down, and you're just gonna lean over, okay? And what you're doing is you're pushing those knees back ever so slightly, but you shouldn't feel any pain in your low back. But you will feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings right through here, okay? Breathe in. Now notice my back is flat, right? It's not super arched and it's not round, okay? Again, flat back, and you'll feel those hamstrings stretch. This is a great hamstring stretch. Okay, so now what you can do, if you feel like you can do it, if you feel like you're able to do this safely, you can come down into a hamstring stretch and come as far down as you can. Now some people can touch the floor, some can't. If you can't, don't let your low back take over. So if you can't do a full hamstring stretch this way, I really want to make sure that you don't straighten those legs, all right? Keep your legs bent so that you're just hanging with those glutes. Don't let your low back take over, okay? But if you can come down and you're just right here, or maybe, let me scooch so you can see, or maybe you can come and touch the floor. That's great if you can touch the floor. Now you can straighten the leg ever so slightly, but not full extension. I do not want full extension, all right? Now just let it rest, and you're gonna feel that stretch in the hamstring. We don't wanna feel anything in the low back, all right? Now here's what you look like from the front, right, like this, okay? Now, if you can and you can touch the floor, you can put your hands all the way down, like that. Put your hands down. We're gonna rotate the hands backwards, like this. And you're gonna feel a nice stretch in between your shoulder blades, okay? So come down. You're stretching the shoulder blade area and the glutes and the hamstrings here. Good job. Breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in And breathe out. Good job. Now, to come up, come to your knees, and then bring yourself up using your glutes. Good job. Okay, the next one we're going to do is we're going to stretch the inner thighs. And if you can't do this one, that's okay. Just do what you can. A lot of times you can do it from a seated position, which again, I'm gonna do the seated portion in a few minutes. But for here, you're gonna come to the side here and you're gonna stretch this way, and you're just gonna hold that stretch. All right, good, don't forget to breathe. And then you're gonna switch sides. Each stretch should be held anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute, depending on how much you can handle, okay? Stretching the inner thighs is really important for the groin. It's important for the hips, and if you stretch your inner thighs, you're gonna feel release all through your body. It's amazing, okay? Now, the next one that I actually want to do is going to be on the ground, if you can do this one. If you can't, that's okay. If you're someone who can't get on the floor right now, that's okay. Okay, so come to your hands and knees. You can also try to do this on your bed if you feel like that's something you can do. Some people can't get on their knees, and that's okay. You're going to come up, put that back into the ceiling, and breathe in, and breathe out. Now you're gonna come down, arching the back, breathe in, and out. Good. Up. Press your back toward the ceiling. Good job. Now come down. Great job. Great job. All right, now we're going to come back here, okay? We're going to stretch, stretch, stretch those arms. You're going to try to reach for that wall and put your glutes, which is your tush, as close to your heels as you can, and just hold. Breathe in and breathe out. Now for a latissimus stretch, we're going to come to the side. You'll feel a nice stretch in that side area. Breathe in and breathe out. Now we'll come over here and breathe in and breathe out. Good job. All right, so let's do some seated stretches. So to stretch our low back, we're literally going to just widen our stance. You're going to come to the edge of your seat, and you're going to use the glutes, not the low back, to come down to the floor, just like this. And what I want you to do is rotate those arms and those hands backwards, okay? Now we're pressing down, and again, you're gonna feel that stretch in the trapezius area, the rhomboid area, which is in between your shoulder blades. So come down, breathe in, and out, and again. Breathe in, and out. Good job. Okay, now we're gonna stretch the low back a little bit. So we're gonna come to the side, reach out as far as you can, and just let that back stretch safely. Breathe in and breathe out. Now come to the middle and let that back stretch safely. Breathe in and out. And then over to the right. Again, safely stretching. Breathe in. Good. Do this as many times as you need to get that back to really stretch. Let me show you the side view. So this is what you're going to look like from the side, okay? You're going to come down and then come out to the middle and just let that back safely stretch. And then you're going to come to the left and do the same thing. And then you're going to come to the right. And then you can come to the middle again and rotate the arms back, the hands are facing backwards, and press your back upper in between the shoulder blades to the ceiling, and breathe in. Great job. Your back health is super important, and if you're somebody who can't, if you've got a knee injury and you can't get on the floor, this is perfect for that. If you are somebody who really can't get on the floor, you can do this standing, like I showed you prior. So I try to give everybody a little bit of something so that you can absolutely stretch no matter where you're at. Again, if you're somebody who needs to sit all the time, you can do your stretches right here in your seated position. Now I'm going to teach you a shoulder stretch. You're just going to take that arm and stretch it this way. Breathe in. Good. Remember to hold these. You want to hold these as long as you can. 30 seconds to a minute is what we normally do. All right. And you can pause me if you need to so you can get a good long stretch in. And then come this way. Now this is my hurt shoulder. So I make sure that I keep it a good stretch and I really pull that because I want it to release, right? Breathe in. This one feels so good. I love this stretch. This stretch can be done anywhere, anytime. Super important to do it. And then from your chair or your wall, we're going to stretch your calves, okay? So if you just have a chair, you can do this from the chair, or you can do it against a wall, whichever way you want to. You can come up against the wall and do this. But I've got the chair here, so I'm going to do that to show you. Let me do this foot so you can see. All right, so you can see this is stretching your gastrocnemius muscles. And all of them, you have tons of muscles down there, but this is better known as your calf muscles. Very important to stretch those muscles. Why? Because when they get tight, the hamstrings get tight, then the glutes get tight, then the low back gets tight, and on up. But low back problems normally stem from the calf. So be sure to stretch your calf every day. Do both sides. Hold it for a good 30 seconds to a minute, or as long as you can stand, all right? And I even like to bend my knee a little bit, you know, kind of rotate back and bend that knee a little, and it gets a different part, and you can kind of move the foot a little bit, but some people have ankle issues and they can't do that, and that's okay. And if you have an ankle issue and you can't do this, you can also get rid of the chair. Okay, so you're going to be on your floor or your bed or your couch, whatever you can do depending on your body type. And you're going to take a towel or a band. If you have a stretch band, those are amazing. And I have one, but I'm not going to use it today. And I'm just going to literally pull that foot back, okay? And what that's doing is that's stretching my gastrocnemius muscle, which is amazing. And you can rotate it this way, and it gets a different part of the muscle. And then you can rotate it this way, and again, it gets another part. Now you want to be sure to do both feet. Really, we're doing the leg, not the feet. So again, rotate it this way. Feels so good. When you rotate this way, it's getting the outer portion of your gastrocnemius muscle. And then when you rotate it this way, it's getting the inside here, which is amazing. It's also getting the outside too, though. And now I'm just going to let it be straight and pull backwards. Breathe in. Good job. Now the last stretch I want to show you today, you're going to do from your floor or your bed, whatever you have that's comfortable, okay? So I'm going to come back here, make sure that your abs are engaged somewhat so you don't hurt any low back, okay? And you're just going to stretch up as far as you can. We're going to do a few different stretches right here. Just as much as you can. You can extend that leg. That gives you more of a stretch, which is amazing. And I love it. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Hold that as long as you can. And then if you want to come to the side, you can. And I just lay my arm down. So let me show you with this leg. So we're switching, and then I just lay that arm down and kind of come to the side and hold it up like this. And that stretches my inner thigh as well. If you're somebody who can't stretch your inner thigh standing, this is a good way to try to do it. You can see I just moved that foot out. Let me show you from a position of, so I'm up like this, and I come back and down just like that, okay? Good. All right. Okay. So now we're going to actually stretch right through here. Your glute muscles get very tight, and even through this area. Your tensor fascia latae, which you don't need to know, but you're gonna cross that leg over. If you're somebody who can't, maybe you're too tight, maybe you have knee injuries, hip injuries, that's okay. If you can't do it, just kind of do this. You're just rotating that knee ever so slightly, okay? You don't have to do a full over the knee, okay? But if you can bring your foot over the knee like this, then by all means do. You're gonna put your arms through the hole and you're gonna pull back and breathe in. This one is amazing, and you're gonna feel this right through here. You guys feel that? Now you can flex those feet and get it even better. Breathe in. Good, press it in more. Get even better and deeper. Very good. This is an extremely important stretch. Let's do that other side. All right, crossing it over, flexing the feet, pulling it in towards you. Breathe in. Good job. This one's super relaxing. I love this one. Very good. And again, if you can't do it because of a knee injury or ankle, just do what you can. You know, you can hold it like this. Use your elbow as leverage so you're not hurting that knee if you can, if it doesn't hurt the knee. Whatever you can do. And again, if you can't do that one, that's okay. Another thing that stretches that area somewhat would be the butterfly, which stretches the inside and the out a little bit. But again, if you have knee injuries, you really can't do this one. But this one is a great stretch. Breathe in and breathe out. Good job. And I'm actually going to incorporate one last stretch. And we'll just do this seated. So from here, and sit however you want, guys. Sit comfortably. Some people can't do Indian style. That's totally okay. But from here, you're going to actually cross your arms over. And again, some people can't touch. That's okay. If you're only right here, that's fine. What you're going to do is cross over. You're going to come up and out and just hold that stretch. So let me show you. So let me show you from the side. You're coming up and out, and you're gonna feel a stretch in between your shoulder blades. Really nice stretch. Breathe in. I absolutely love this stretch. Now we're gonna come back down and in, and we're gonna relax and release it. We're gonna cross over the other side, okay? Come up and out and breathe in. Good job. And again, if you're only right here, if this is where you're at, that's okay. Just do your best. Just come up and out and do your best. You'll still feel a stretch between the shoulder blades. Guys, stretching is super important, and I want to make sure you do your stretches every single day in some way, shape, or form. Even if you're only doing 1 or 2 stretches, stretch your body. You won't regret it. It will only help you in everyday movement and everyday life. Take care.